surrendered.
Why should he talk if we can't protect him?
Academy Award winner Tommy Lee Jones.
Transmission incoming.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls and children of all ages, John and Luke bring you the Behind the Feeds podcast.
My love cup is half full. For several days past Valentine's Day, Great Pumpkin, the day of love, and I gotta tell you, it ain't easy being sleazy for big old L over here. I haven't had the blood clots came back and I had to get them sucked out, and then my entire staff decided to call out sick. So I'm wearing my pantyhose and back to selling horror books. Haven't even had time to masturbate properly. I've eaten a lot of chocolate. Probably should slow down because I have my big old 4-0 checkup pretty soon with my new doctor. But honestly, I don't give a fuck. And that's the year. How are you doing? How's your V-Day?
Well, I will be 46 years old in T-minus 48 hours and counting. And I have long since past quit giving a fuck since I reached a 4-0. I am 6 years into 4-0. And,
is that when it happens?
Yeah, you just kind of accept it.
Like, you know what? I don't need you little fucks to tell me what's coming. I'm not a fucking, I'm not a child. I know I'm not going to live forever. I know I'm going to fall apart. That's part of the deal, alright?
But
so I'm just gonna, you know, why don't you just stay out of my fucking face while I'm here and let that happen for you? I'll call you when something hurts.
I just throw it into their face and I go, guess what?
Yeah.
I'm 14 years away from free coffee and discounts.
Yeah. 100%. I'll be at McDonald's first thing in the morning because I've been fasting for my blood work overnight. Hang out with the homies. Talking about our grandbabies and shit. I know what, man. 3 days, whatever. It's my little sister's birthday, and what else is going on V-Day? I looked up all this crazy shit to talk about, but you know, the whole, you know, Valentine's Day massacres to the bombings in World War II to the whole Captain Cook thing. So I started dabbling with the old spirit box app again, and the episode went kind of south.
Yeah, and lo and behold, we made contact with Billy and Satan, everybody.
Happy V-Day.
Yeah.
So apparently was residing in, what was it, a bloody bedroom?
Yeah, a bloody bedroom. And then it said, Billy, Satan, give me space, and then said my name.
Said John.
But there was 2 Johns in the store at the time, so I don't know if it was referring to No Tex or OG.
At that point, it got enough of you guys' attention to actually start asking more questions related, you know?
I turned it over to our friends over at Iron City Paranormal, and they are currently listening at that audio file because this is take 2, guys. We originally tried to do a podcast episode last night, but because of the spirit box thing, it had us so on edge and agitated that it just wasn't any good. So I gave that whole file to Derek and Dave at Iron City, and they are currently going over it with a fine-tooth comb to see if they can find any possible EVPs in it.
Guys, I can use another shirt. These things are so nice.
But they did say that app is kind of...
Thank goodness. That gave me such a peace of mind. Thanks, guys.
So, but they said...
They take the worst of the worst shit to say in the app kind of thing. Like it's just loaded with like bloody and you know what I mean?
Well, they said that it's an app that investigators can use. They can utilize it, but it's not as as concrete as some of the actual equipment that you buy, you know. This is just a free to download app on the App Store. But they said where the concern with them was, and it's not poking fun at you, but they said that they just noticed how quickly you escalated your behavior, just went from 0 to 60, like calm to pissed off in like 2.8 seconds or some shit, the way that they were describing it.
Sorry about that.
They said that they could clearly tell it in the in that audio file just how agitated that you had became. And they said it wasn't necessarily a big deal. They said it could also be just chalked up to the fact of you are a believer but / skeptic, and then when you are faced with that, the fight or flight kicks in and you get super mad when you feel like there's something invading your space.
That makes a lot of sense. It's kind of like everyone has a way of dealing with their fears, right? So, yeah, it's scary. It's kind of spooky, man. You start talking about Satan and blood rooms and shit. And our nickname for fucking annoying little kids in the store is Billy. And we got two goddamn Johns in the store. And it says John. Of all the names that just randomly spew out there, it's both of your names, correct spelling. It was just weird, man. And I guess, yeah, maybe that's why it makes sense.
Now,
I got scared. I couldn't go ghost hunting, dude. I'd be punching people out. I'd be too scared of that shit. I appreciate you guys for what you do. Because as much as I love it and want to just bathe in the macabre, I really don't think I could like lay in a goddamn morgue and shit.
Guys,
by myself.
I am going to make it. I'm going to put a special clip out, and in this clip, you are going to literally, for the first time ever, hear Luke not necessarily cuss me out, but pretty much just chew my ass. He goes, "What is it with you, bro?" He goes, "You treat this shit like you're some kind of little fat Toys R Us kid. Like this ain't no big goddamn deal." And then you were like, "There's a goddamn devil in here and all that," and you're over here going, "Ha ha ha ha," like it's fucking cool and shit, and it's not cool.
Sorry, man. I don't even remember saying that, which is kind of scary too. I got a tea leaf. I got some Hawaiian tea leaves behind my house, actually, and I'm gonna take some to work. I gotta get me some salt. Thanks for the reminder.
See, guys, Uncle John's weird. See, Uncle John here, I'm scared of snakes. I don't like bugs, especially spiders. Yeah. But I'm not scared of ghosts. I'm not scared of paranormal shit. It doesn't bother me. If anything, I'm that guy that's going to probably run towards it and get sucked up into the Blair Witch universe somewhere.
So I can throw a big old spider on you.
And I would literally start punching babies and everything in my path.
Like one of those big old fucking bird eaters, man. That's like a furry ant. Oh, sweet baby Jesus.
We had a cane spider in the shop not too long ago, and they told me where it was. I wouldn't walk over there, and that's so literally where my shops connect. There's this little stairway, and that cane spider was over there behind this box. And it was the quickest path for me to get up to to the other side of the shop. I walked the long way around because I was not going anywhere near where that fucking spider was at.
Jeez Louise.
I am arachnophobic as shit.
Come on, man. Randy and I found one under our bed when we were moving, finally. After years and years and years, and we were just like, this thing had probably been living under here, just getting fatter, man, and bigger. God almighty.
They'll chase you too, them fucking cane spiders.
I blasted this thing point blank with a full can of Raid, and it balled up, and it literally like unballed itself, shook it off, and chased me. Terrifying. And then I had to smash it with my boot. Boot always wins.
And everybody knows Mr. John here, such a purveyor of horror movies, horror nerd, loves the shit. I will not, to this day, will not watch Arachnophobia. Won't even fuck with that movie. I can't.
Really?
I am that much of a pussy when it comes to spiders. I'm sorry.
Not being a pussy, man. You just have a fear of them. I get it. Randy don't like cockroaches. She's almost put us into fucking oncoming traffic because there was one in the car one time.
Nah, I just stomped that bitch out and keep driving.
Well, could you maintain your cool if a cane spider sat on your hand while you were driving?
Fuck no, son. We're Thelma and Louisa.
Oh, guaranteed, son.
We're holding hands and going over the cliff, son.
It flashes back to you when you got the head scarf on and the shaky. Oh my god.
God damn, I swallowed that Coke. Ooh. Yeah, just that visual you put in my head of me with that scarf or an ascot around my neck or whatever the fuck it was. Oh shit, I'm sorry about that, guys. Yeah, dude, a cane spider comes out, jumps on my hand, son. It's curtains. We're dying. There's just no way around it. I'm literally running into every car on the road. And I'm not going to mean to. I'm sorry in advance. I'm going to be hanging out the window like Ace Ventura just screaming.
Dude. Hey, listen. It's just like that sometimes, you know?
My Uncle Mike had a pet tarantula. When I lived with him for a little while back in 2007. So we had both worked for the same company at the time, and I had my own apartment, but because I was going active duty Army, and I cleared my apartment, I went to stay with him for a while, and I did not know that he had this fucking giant goddamn tarantula in his apartment.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there watching TV one night, and I still remember I was watching Braveheart in his living room because I was sleeping on the couch, and all of a sudden he comes downstairs and he's got his hand cupped. Weird, you know, kind of like up near his chest. And I'm like, what the fuck? And he says, look. And all of a sudden this thing just peeks up over his hand. And he goes, hold out your hand. He's real loving. I said, Mike, don't put that motherfucker on me. And he's like, come on, man. He ain't never hurt nobody. He's like, if he bites, it just feels like a little pinch. I said, Mike, don't put the fucking spider on me. And then he put it on me and I completely froze. And when he took that spider off me, I swung on him. I was going to put my uncle to fucking sleep. And then I was going to stomp that fucking tarantula. So I'm sorry, Peter, but John don't play with them 8-legged freaks. And that was wartime stories with your old Uncle John.
Thank you, John. I really appreciate the music you chose for that as well, sir. Good choice. Good choice.
Yeah, that shit weren't cool, man. Threw that mother. Oh, goddamn. I just literally froze and I could feel my heart just. Yeah, nice.
Well, I mean, yeah, I don't know. Mine's irrational fears. Nothing really.
Spooky stuff.
I guess, yeah, maybe it is spooky stuff. Apparently, it kind of touched a part of me I wasn't really prepared to be touched in.
See, Luke has this thing, guys, where he likes to go, hey, let's do a spirit box session. And
you start getting in, you start antagonizing.
But I already know that just as soon as I turn that thing on and that motherfucker says the first phrase, it could be hi, it could be how you doing, it could be I want to hug.
You're doing this again. And listen, like you're performing.
And Luke will literally get mad. And then I don't want him to be mad. I want him to be happy, Luke, not mad, Luke.
Maybe.
That's why I don't want to fuck with that thing.
Maybe I should just try it myself in the shop and see what happens.
Don't lock yourself in there.
No, I'll do it during business hours. It'll be like a Russian roulette for everybody on a Friday. What kind of Luke am I going to get today?
Sitting in the middle of the floor with a EVP recorder, a K2 meter, and some infrared goggles in the middle of the day.
I'm fucking naked, crawling around like a spider, and just
like one of the Tusken Raiders.
murder. Just dragging dick all over the cold epoxy floor.
And then go, shh, you hear that? That
Like
knocking.
Linda Blair.
You hear
Linda
that?
Blair up the stairs.
You hear that knocking?
Yeah.
It's here.
John's dead body is like hanging out from behind the counter.
Oh, so you're going to murder me. Great. That's awesome of you.
Have to, I'm sorry. It is written, it is done.
Let it be written, so let it be done. You keep that up, you're going to fucking hyperventilate and pass out, and then I got to finish this by myself.
Yeah, gotta get that 30.
Speaking of Exorcist, they're talking about remaking that fucking movie.
Are you serious?
Yeah, if I read
Well,
correctly.
you know what? The potential, of course, is there. It always is. But can people, is the execution, no one can seem to execute that vibe, that just what movies gave off back in the day. They just gave off this certain something, this air about them that's lost now, I feel. Maybe it's just me.
So
I'm just sour, man. I can't enjoy anything.
So it is a Blumhouse reboot.
Okay.
Scheduled for 2023 and is a remake of the 1973 classic. So they're remaking it to be on the 50th anniversary. Sorry, here's my thing, guys. Yeah, it might be okay, but is it going to still capture that same magic that the original did? No, because the thing is what happened in the original was so shocking for that particular time and period in history. Can't even talk. But it caused a big fucking stink, like major. So it'll never recapture that. You had like the Catholic Church and shit. Like, what were they petitioning to have that movie taken down? The supposed movie was cursed. People that worked on it fucking died. So,
man, you know,
literally people were throwing up in the fucking theaters. They were passing out. People were actually having cardiac events in the fucking theater. I'm sorry, you're not going to recapture that madness. I mean, yeah, you can do your reboot, but I'm just saying.
Good point. Maybe you guys should just leave it alone.
Yeah, some movies are meant to be left alone, man, and that's one of them.
Yeah? You think so?
Yeah, because how can you make... I wouldn't say it's perfect. I would never go that far. But how can you surpass what that did 50 fucking years ago? You can't. There's no way.
Yeah, not really. Unfortunately.
That's just like this one is it they were talking about they want to redo the fucking Lost Boys. That one, as much as people might want to argue that point, I think you could redo it and modernize it and make it a little bit more in this day and age, in this decade, whatever, and get away with it. Because let's be fair, the original Lost Boys, it's very dated. It's very 80s. No guys dress like that anymore. They don't.
Yeah, they do.
Not
Are you
like
kidding
that.
me?
Not
That's
like,
how everybody dresses
They
now.
don't
All
dress-
these kids with these feathers hanging from the fucking ears and shit, and crosses and everything. Like, what the fine fuck? Did I fall out of a fucking phone booth?
no, with the fucking Aquanet
The
fucking
Carlin just sucked me
hairdos.
off. Ooh.
The Aquanet
It's
hairdos
amazing.
and shit, man.
Yes.
They don't.
Yes.
Okay. Just saying.
Yes. I was seeing all this today. It was real, John. Dry land exists. I've seen it.
But the remake that they were proposing was going to be instead of David and the other, like Peter Pan and his Lost Boys type thing.
I'm so sick of that shit.
Well, they're going to, from what I heard, they want to do it with females, which I'm cool with. I think it would be a fresh take.
All right, I'm down.
But I don't know.
But I'm kind of tired of Lost Boys, period, man.
But my question is do you want to do a remake or can't just do an original story? Why go back and redo something that was already done? Just have a nest of fucking female vampires in that particular area of Santa Carla and just go from there. I mean, you obviously ain't going to bring back fucking old Kiefer and goddamn Jason Patrick. Both of them are in their 50s now. You're not going to be seeing them in Tiger Beat and 16 magazine anymore. And if you do, that's like super creepy.
Yeah. Do they have those magazines still?
Mm-mm. If they do, they're probably online. Jamie Gertz, who played Star, she don't even have to make movies anymore. You know why? Because she's married to a billionaire who owns the Atlanta Hawks in Atlanta, Georgia. She don't need to hit a lick. So, there's that.
Huh. Well.
Haim's dead and Feldman's went crazy. So.
You know what that means?
We gotta be the Frog Brothers.
Dude, it's like we already are.
We could do it.
Well,
you already got the comic store.
I brought the condom.
It's a party.
Yeah?
I said you already got the comic store and you said I got the condoms.
Oh, I thought you asked if I brought the condom.
I said you got the comic store because that's where the Frog Brothers worked. And you said, yeah, I've already got the condoms. I'm like, how does that go with comic store?
That's how it is, man. You know?
We got to get an old grandpa, too, that's like low-key fucking vampire slayer. Maybe that'll be Ramos.
Are we gonna go ghost hunting?
I don't know if I want to go ghost hunting with you, man. You'll get mad and punch me. If we do, I'm going to have to give you fucking some kind of tranquilizers to mellow you the fuck out.
Alright. You know what? You're probably right.
Because you get super goddamn aggro, son.
Well, maybe you should stop being so... You know, you're a little instigator yourself, sir.
Well, I think that's fun. I'm sorry. I get excited.
So, there's going to be no fault or blame pointed in your direction for being a, how do you say,
habitual line stepper.
Yeah. Kind of like poking the beast and stuff. You were a kid with a rat tail. That says a lot.
Yeah, I know. I wasn't a
troublemaker.
My mother gave me the rat tail.
Once a rat tail, always a rat tail. It's there still in spirit, like Obi-Wan Kenobi.
It's like being a Marine. Once a Marine, you're always a Marine. Once a rat tail, always a rat tail.
But the rat tail, that rat tail gang, it's way harder than being a Marine. Something special about that rat tail gang.
God, man. What were the fuck were
you gotta be a neighborhood nuisance to get that shit.
God bless my mother and God bless her soul, but I wish she was still around. I really do. Not just for this question, but for all my questions, but this one a lot more than some. Why did you allow this guy to give me this rat tail and then refuse to cut it off? That thing literally went down my back almost. And
she wanted you to be the fucking stud, son. It's okay.
Yeah, but what was next? A mullet and some Big Dog shirts or Big Johnson?
At least Big Dog knows his audience. It's got his fucking demographic, you know? Yeah. Keep it simple, keep it big, keep it Big Dog. Don't change much.
Big Dog Clothing Company.
Aren't all their shirts white too?
Only for the big boys.
I don't think I've seen like a red big dog shirt or anything.
Yeah, man, look.
White tees.
Hey, big dog, I need to tell you something, man. You're making these 5 and 6X t-shirts and making them in white. There's a reason why these guys need 5 and 6X. Because they're eating a lot of sloppy ass food, and white tends to stain.
You better fucking lose some weight if you want some ink, bitch. Okay? Why don't you come down a couple 100 pounds and we can talk about the fucking colors. Till then, we're wrapping you in a bed sheet with a fucking picture of a big dog on it. And shut the fuck up.
Big Dog Apparel Company. Made for the big boys.
That's right. Listen, it's alright, but hey, you know, shit, let's go and walk together. Come on, man.
I'm just gonna be
This is coming from a guy that will smash entire fucking icing jars. Still.
I'm just gonna sit over here and eat my fried mayonnaise sandwiches.
100%. That sounds fucking delicious. If I didn't make a lot of noise, I would fry. Fuck you. Put some cheese on that bitch, and you got some ratatouille shit, son.
Yeah, I put mayonnaise on
about nothing.
I put mayonnaise on my grilled cheese, but not just a plain old piece of fucking bread with mayonnaise on it.
Fuck, it's good, man. I'm sorry you don't fuck with that. Shit. You ain't down with them Omegas. Fuck out of here.
Omegas. It's just corn oil and goddamn egg.
Give me that good fat. Good. I'll eat it straight. I love it. Only regular. None of that salad dressing light bullshit.
You don't want your mayonnaise with olive oil for that heart healthy?
Sometimes. Olive oil's okay. But none of that light shit. No goddamn Miracle Whip either. Get that the fuck out of here.
Yeah. I remember them commercials. A sandwich just ain't a sandwich without that zingy, zest, tangy Miracle Whip. Yeah, it is.
Well, it's not a sandwich anymore once you put that shit on.
You know what it's called?
I can tell you that much.
You know what it's called when you don't have Miracle
Whip?
No.
That's what it is.
You know what it's called when you don't have Miracle Whip on it? A good sandwich.
That's right. Guys, I just want to reach out to all y'all real quick and thank you for continuing to not say anything.
To say
no matter how much time we spend together. Once again, I'm pleading with you.
To say
reach out.
Much I care.
Touch me, tickle me. Send me a story. Maybe we'll share it on the show. You know what? If we share your story on the show, John's promised to send you a takeout box full of stickers. Probably a shirt or something, too. Because we're so desperate and starved for attention. That's all I got, guys. I gotta go make my baby's bed and go night-night and work tomorrow.
How much I care.
I love you. Good night, guys.
This has been another fun-filled and exciting episode of Behind the Fiends podcast, and we are an LLC now, Fiendish Fantasy Productions. So we legit, baby. And happy birthday to Big Boy Burger over here.
Look at him. Look at you saying happy birthday to yourself.
Sad, isn't it?
Happy birthday, great pumpkin. Goodbye, guys.
And this has been John and Luke, and we'll see you again next time.